Kevin Flynn is a leading software engineer formerly employed by large technology corporation ENCOM. He now runs a video game arcade and attempts to hack into ENCOM's system with a program called Clue. However, ENCOM's Master Control Program, also known as MCP, halts his progress and Clue is deleted. Within ENCOM, programmer Alan and his girlfriend, engineer Laura, discover that the MCP has closed off their access to projects. When Alan confronts Senior Executive Vice President Ed Dillinger, he asserts the security measures are an effort to stop outside hacking attempts. However, when Dillinger privately questions the MCP through his computerized desk, he realizes the MCP has expanded into a powerful virtual intelligence and has been illegally stealing personal, business, and government programs to increase its own capabilities. As Dillinger rose to the top of ENCOM by presenting Flynn's games as his own, the MCP blackmails Dillinger by threatening to expose his plagiarism if he does not comply with its directives. Laura deduces that Flynn is the hacker, and she and Alan go to his arcade to warn him. Flynn reveals that he has been trying to locate evidence proving Dillinger's plagiarism. Together, the three form a plan to break into ENCOM and unlock Alan's Tron program, a self-governing security measure designed to protect the system and counter the functions of the MCP. Once inside ENCOM, the three split up, and Flynn comes into direct conflict with the MCP through a laboratory terminal. Before Flynn can get the information he needs, the MCP uses an experimental laser to digitize and upload Flynn into the ENCOM gaming grid. There, computer programs are living entities appearing in the likeness of the human users, also known as programmers, who created them. The space is ruled by the MCP and its second-in-command, Sark, who coerce programs to renounce their belief in the users and force those who resist to compete in deadly games. Flynn is put into the games and plays well. Between matches, he befriends two other captured programs, RAM and Tron. The three escape into the system during a round of Light Cycle, an arcade game Flynn created and is skilled at, but Flynn and RAM become separated from Tron by an MCP pursuit squad. While attempting to help a badly injured RAM, Flynn learns that he can manipulate portions of the system by accessing his programmer knowledge. Just before RAM de-reses, which is what the programs call dying, he recognizes Flynn as a user and encourages him to find Tron and free the system. Using his newfound ability, Flynn rebuilds a broken vehicle and disguises himself as one of Sark's soldiers. Tron enlists help from Yori, a sympathetic program, and at an I/O tower receives information from Alan, who is in the real world, necessary to destroy the MCP. Flynn rejoins them and the three board a hijacked solar sailor to reach the MCP's core. However, Sark's command ship destroys the sailor, capturing Flynn and Yori and presumably killing Tron. Sark leaves the command ship and orders it to be destroyed, but Flynn keeps it intact by manipulating the system again. Sark reaches the MCP's core on a shuttle carrying captured programs deemed powerful or useful. While the MCP attempts to absorb these programs, Tron, who is still alive, confronts Sark and critically injures him, prompting the MCP to give Sark all its functions. Realizing that his ability to manipulate the system might give Tron an opening, Flynn leaps into the beam of the MCP, distracting it. Seeing a break in the MCP's shield, Tron attacks through the gap and destroys the MCP and Sark, ending the MCP's control over the system and allowing the captured programs to communicate with users again. Flynn reappears in the real world, rematerialized at the terminal. Tron's victory in the system has released all lockouts on computer access, and a nearby printer proves that Dillinger had plagiarized Flynn's creations. The next morning, Dillinger enters his office to find the MCP deactivated and the proof of his theft publicized. Flynn is subsequently promoted to CEO of ENCOM and is happily greeted by Alan and Laura as their new boss.